Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's very public divorce led to Johnny Depp getting fired from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. But according to leaked audio of a fight between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, Johnny might have been the real victim. Welcome back to InformOverload. We tell you about trending topics. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Subscribe for a different take on the news and follow the IO team on social media. Alright, so I know we've had some pretty serious discussions on this channel in the last few days, and we're about to have another one. This discussion is about Me Too fraud. As someone who is a supporter of Me Too and as someone who is a real victim, hearing about this kind of fraud makes me angry, like very angry. Not only are you making it harder for people to believe survivors and victims, you are ruining people's lives in the process. Back in 2018, I, like many of you, were shocked to find out that Johnny Depp's then wife Amber Heard released an op-ed that detailed Johnny's abuse against her. She didn't name Johnny, but she said that she suffered at the hands of her ex-husband, which was like Johnny Depp. It was Johnny Depp. Amber Heard also filed a restraining order against him after 15 months of marriage because she claimed she was the victim of domestic abuse. The divorce document stated, "During the entirety of our relationship, Johnny has been verbally and physically abusive to me. I endured excessive emotional, verbal, and physical abuse from Johnny, which has included angry, hostile, humiliating, and threatening assaults to me whenever I questioned his authority or disagreed with him." So because so many of us had become accustomed to women exposing powerful men, we listened to Amber and we cancelled Johnny Depp. I mean, who could possibly fake domestic violence allegations? She had photos of bruises. I mean, to me, I don't really find it possible to do that, but I guess it's possible. Amber Heard might not have faked domestic violence allegations, but she also might have been violent toward Johnny as well, and she admitted it.
I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are your toes?
What am I supposed to do? Do this?
How are your toes?
I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are.
Oh,
that's the difference
you
between me and you. You're a baby.
Because you start
You
physical
are
fights?
such a baby!
Because
Grow
you
the up,
because you start
Johnny.
physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to get out.
What you just heard is Amber admitting to hitting Johnny, not punching him. And the rest of the clip also features Amber admitting to throwing pots and pans at Johnny. Amber also calls Johnny a hypocrite, which means that he might have been physical in the past as well. But that's not all you can hear. Victims of domestic abuse will recognize this kind of language very well. Amber downplays her physical actions and calls Johnny a baby for not wanting to engage in a physical altercation, or for treating her physical altercation as less than hitting, or like that he didn't get hurt. It's still a physical altercation, you still hit somebody. Johnny Depp filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard. The lawsuit claims that her allegations of abuse were false and they cost Johnny Depp many career opportunities. So how is it that this conversation came to be recorded? It was actually Amber Heard who recorded the conversation, and she intended to use it as evidence against Johnny Depp. But all it did was prove that she was also violent. Johnny Depp's attorney released a statement about the tapes to the Daily Mail. It said, Amber Heard recorded multiple conversations between her and Johnny Depp. These tapes containing Amber Heard's chilling confessions of violence further expose and destroy her abuse hoax. Now, this audio recording does have Amber admitting to being violent. It also does allude to Johnny Depp receiving the bulk of the abuse. Does it mean that she was the only one that was abusive? No, it doesn't, but it definitely is going to be a key piece of evidence in Johnny's defamation lawsuit against her. In response to the leaked tape, Amber Heard's spokesperson had this to say, "Anyone familiar with the dynamics of domestic abuse would immediately recognize what is really going on here. Throughout the extended tape recording that Johnny Depp vindictively turned over to the press, Mrs. Heard repeatedly attempts to placate Mr. Depp, ignore his accusations, and force him to acknowledge what was really happening in their relationship. For Mr. Depp, who lives in an echo chamber of his own making, to try and twist this private conversation to suggest that either he didn't abuse Miss Heard or that she somehow deserved it is nothing more than the latest misogynistic effort at victim blaming. And this is why I'm single." This right here. After the audio recording went viral, Twitter users started the trending hashtag Justice for Johnny Depp. But I would encourage all of you to see what happens in the upcoming trial against Amber Heard before you make any decisions on who to believe. This is why Johnny Depp is in this problem in the first place. Because people didn't wait. Innocent until proven guilty, always. I just wanted to wrap up this video by saying that domestic violence is a very serious issue, one that isn't talked about enough. It's a problem that both men and women deal with, but it is also not something that men admit to as much as women. If you or anyone you know have been subjected to domestic violence, you don't even have to tell someone you know. There is help available and you can contact your local domestic violence hotline. A second tape of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp fighting has been shared by the Daily Mail. In this tape now, new leaked audio catches Amber Heard on tape mocking Johnny Depp for claiming he's a domestic abuse victim, and she tells him that no one will believe him if she takes him to court. In this tape, new leaked audio catches Amber Heard on tape mocking Johnny Depp for claiming he's a domestic abuse victim, and she tells him that no one will believe him if he takes her to court. A Change.org petition has been started to remove Amber Heard from Aquaman 2. So far, the petition has over 200,000 signatures, and I'm about to serve you this update on an explosive story here for you on IO. Welcome to InformOverload. We tell you about trending topics. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Subscribe for a different take on the news and follow us on social media. The world was thrown a curveball when leaked audio of a fight between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp appeared to prove that Amber was also violent in their relationship, if not the only violent one in the relationship. When Amber Heard went public with her domestic abuse claims, Johnny Depp lost a lot of work. He was fired from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and Jack Sparrow is the biggest role of his career. It certainly made him the most money. There were also calls to remove Johnny Depp from the cast of Fantastic Beasts over Amber Heard's claims. Now, a second audio tape has been published in an exclusive by the Daily Mail that really has people talking. If you weren't already talking, now you're talking. In May of 2016, Johnny and Amber were not allowed to talk to each other because of Amber's restraining order against Johnny. They kept talking over the phone despite this. Now, we actually don't know if Amber knows she's being recorded in this tape. Honestly, I would be surprised if she knew the way that she's talking. The recording lasts 31 minutes, but I will play the most important snippets for you now.
Or side with you.
It doesn't matter if for fair fight my ass.
Exactly, because you're bigger and you're stronger. And so when I say that I thought you could kill me, that doesn't mean you counter with you also that you lost your own finger. I am not trying to attack you here. I'm just trying to point out the fact of why I said call 911. Because you had your hands on me after you threw the phone in my face, and I had gotten crazy in the past, and I truly thought I need to stop this madness before I get hurt.
Oh my God.
And I never think about myself that way. I never defend myself that way. I never see myself as a victim. It's too fault, you know?
Alright.
That is what you would call disturbing. But wait, there's more.
I have the capacity to abuse.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
Have I ever been able to knock you off of your feet?
You started
Off your balance?
these things.
You're going to get up on the stand, Johnny, and say she started it? Really? I have never been able to overpower you. That's the difference between me and you.
Why did you try?
And that's the difference that the whole world and the jury and the judge will see, is that there is a very big difference between me and you.
Throughout the rest of the tape, Johnny Depp is extremely calm, he's extremely forgiving and understanding. In another part of the same conversation, Amber Heard tells Johnny her plan, where she says she'll get her hair and makeup done and take pictures of her alleged abuse over time so that the timestamps would match up with her allegations. That is diabolical! Anyways guys, we can't really share too much of the audio tape, but I will leave a link for that down below in the comments for you. You should also know that a woman named Jeanne Larson has started a petition for Warner Brothers to remove Amber Heard from the cast of Aquaman 2. It's been signed by over 200,000 people. The petition states, Amber Heard has been exposed as a domestic abuser by Johnny Depp. In his $50 million lawsuit, Johnny Depp describes many incidents of domestic abuse that he suffered at the hands of his then wife Amber Heard, including one incident where she punched him twice in the face and another where she shattered his finger with a vodka bottle, and his finger had to be surgically reattached. He will bear the scar from that for the rest of his life. The petition goes on to make the point that Amber Heard has a history of domestic violence. She was arrested back in 2009 for abusing a former domestic partner, Tazia Venri, which alludes to the fact that this is a pattern of behavior. Essentially, what this petition is suggesting is an eye for an eye. Amber Heard ruined Johnny Depp's career, and now people are saying that she should get a taste of her own medicine. Based on the comments attached to this petition, and honestly most of the comments on my last video of the leaked audio, people really have the mentality of an eye for an eye. She deserves it. Allison Randall, Vice President for Policy and Emerging Issues at the National Network to End Domestic Violence, said to Unilad, "It's important for people to understand the situation a bit more before passing judgment." When we think about a case like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, it is important to consider all of that context. Was one person perpetrating most of the abuse, controlling the other person, insulting them, stalking them, assaulting them physically on a regular basis, versus was something happening 1 or 2 times? Those are key pieces in the context of domestic violence and relationships. Randall also said something very insightful. Domestic violence occurs across all socioeconomic groups, and I think that this story is helpful in elevating that conversation when we can talk about violence and we can make steps toward preventing it. All I can say after hearing those audio tapes, it doesn't look good for Amber Heard. The defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard is set to take place in August of 2020. Amber Heard's comment section on Instagram is a pretty savage place right now. She's being bombarded with tens of thousands of vicious comments after leaked audio seems to prove that she was violent toward Johnny Depp, and even that her entire vendetta against Johnny might have been a hoax. But people have also started to notice that their Justice for Johnny Depp comments are being deleted. Welcome back to InformOverload. We tell you about trending topics. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you're the first to know what's trending, and follow us on social media so we can connect outside of YouTube. I respond to comments, not DMs. Amber Heard has not commented publicly about the leaked audio recordings that might cost her her role in Aquaman 2, if not her whole career. Just gonna... In these leaked audio tapes, she admits to being violent toward her ex-husband Johnny Depp, which is a very different narrative than the one she was pushing to the media. Amber Heard is keeping her mouth shut and trying to maintain a business-as-usual presence on social media. She's been seen out and about with her new girlfriend Bianca Butti at a pre-Oscars event. But even though she might seem like she's got it all together, the negative backlash is getting to Amber Heard. How do we know this? People are flooding her comment section with stories of abuse and criticism. Hashtags like Amber the Abuser, Justice for Johnny Depp, and barfing emojis are rampant. But fans have also noticed that their negative comments are being deleted from her page. Here are a few examples. She's deleting comments of survivors just trying to voice an opinion, not bullying or harassment comments, just factual opinions. She's silencing real survivors. Next, deleting comments won't make your disturbed behavior go away. And I've got all the time in the world, keep deleting my comments. But the sheer amount of comments is staggering. There are close to 100,000 comments on the picture she posted around the time the tapes were leaked. 90% of those comments are about the tape scandal, and people are also spreading the word about the petition to remove her from Aquaman 2. Even if she sat there all damn day, she wouldn't be able to delete all the comments. The petition to remove Amber Heard from Aquaman 2 has almost reached its goal of 300,000 signatures. Even though a lot of the time petitions don't really do much to sway opinion, there are unconfirmed reports on social media that Warner Brothers is looking to recast her role. There are also calls to revoke her position as an ambassador for women's rights over this scandal. Amber Heard was the first American actress to be named Human Rights Champion to the United Nations Human Rights Office. But as always, I want to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think Warner Brothers should fire Amber Heard? Let me know in the comments. There's a transcript that's going viral on Twitter made by Johnny Depp's employee Tara Robert, who alleges she personally witnessed Amber Heard verbally and visibly attacking Johnny Depp while at his private island in the Bahamas. I'm going to tell you about this transcript and why everybody is talking about it right now on IO. Welcome back to InformOverload. I'm here to tell you about what's trending. By the way, I'm Charlotte. If this is your first time here, subscribe for a different take on the news. Turn on the bell so you're the first to find out what's trending, and follow the IO team on social media so we can connect outside of YouTube. There is life outside of YouTube. Didn't you know? So let's get into this update, which honestly isn't really even an update. This deposition is actually about a year old, but Tara Roberts is Johnny Depp's employee. But people are bringing it up again on Twitter because I guess maybe it didn't get as much media attention as it should have at the time, and now it's like, oh, that's what you were saying. Roberts came forward as a supportive witness in Johnny's $50 million lawsuit against his ex-wife Amber Heard. In a legal deposition, she accused Amber Heard of attacking Johnny Depp violently while they were married back in 2015. She also says she personally witnessed Amber Heard body shame Johnny Depp and call him fat. When was Johnny Depp ever fat? The court document stated, "While I could not hear what caused the fight, Amber Heard repeatedly berated him with increasing ferocity. She was insulting him, calling him names, and in the middle of this onslaught, I heard her specifically say, 'Your career is over. No one is going to hire you. You're washed up. Fat. and you will die a lonely man. The rest of what she was screaming was incomprehensible. The next section, Tara Roberts talks about an encounter where she was forced to intervene. At some point, Johnny Depp tried to leave again as they were now in the parking lot. He repeatedly asked for the keys for the vehicle, which Amber Heard had taken out, refused to give back to him, and which we later found in the house. He was responding to her verbal attacks by saying, "Go away and just leave me alone." Amber's screaming and berating rose to a fever pitch, and Johnny continued to yell, "Go away and leave me alone." I asked Christy what to do, and she said I should keep an eye on the situation. As Amber's rage continued to escalate, I described the scene to Christy. She said I needed to intervene and I should go to Johnny's assistance. And lastly, this is the most important screen grab of this deposition. Roberts said, "I hung up and immediately ran to the parking lot. I saw Amber lunge at Johnny, claw-tugging and aggressively pulling him. He continued to stand there yelling at her to stop and leave him alone. When he stepped back to leave, her onslaught would start again. During this entire incident, I never saw Johnny hit Amber or push her back, nor did he physically react to the attacks. She would calm down and hug and apologize. Then he would say he needs to leave, and then it would start again. Finally, I stepped between them. She continued to reach for him, but maybe my presence stopped it." Tara Roberts has been employed by Johnny Depp since 2008, so she knows him pretty well, I would say, at this point. There are several other women who were close to Johnny Depp who have come forward to his defense. Winona Ryder, Vanessa Paradis, Lori Ann Allison said that they did not experience any abuse by him. His first wife, Lori Ann Allison, did not believe Amber Heard's claims and said that he never even raised his voice when they were together. She called him a soft person who is very kind to animals. Vanessa, his other ex-wife, wrote a letter to TMZ defending Johnny Depp and calling Amber Heard's claims outrageous. She described him as a sensitive and loving person. And lastly, Winona Ryder, who was engaged to Johnny Depp for 3 years and his co-star, said that she never experienced any violent behavior from him and said the allegations were shocking because she never saw him being violent toward anyone. She said to Time magazine, "I can only speak from my own experience, which was wildly different than what is being said. He was never that way toward me. Never abusive at all towards me. I only know him as a really good, loving, caring guy who is very, very protective to the people he loves." Unlike all of these accounts, Amber Heard's past is very different. She does have a domestic abuse past. As many of you might know by now, Amber Heard has a reported history of domestic violence, including a time when she was arrested for allegedly assaulting her ex-wife Tasia Van Ree at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport back in 2009. Now the details of the incident are finally getting attention in the media, and I'm gonna fill you in on what happened right now on IO. What is gravy? This is InformOverload. I'm Charlotte Dobre. On this channel we tell you about trending topics, so subscribe for a different take on the news and follow the team on social media. Part of the reason why it's hard for many people to believe that Johnny Depp is a domestic abuser is because he does not have a history of domestic abuse. He's had several long-term, high-profile relationships, and every woman he's ever been with describes him as a kind, gentle person. And one of the main arguments against Amber Heard is that she does have a history of domestic violence. Johnny Depp submitted a declaration to the Circuit Court of Fairfax County, Virginia as part of his defamation lawsuit against her. According to the declaration, Amber Heard's ex-wife Tasia Van Ree called the police after Amber Heard reportedly grabbed her hand and struck her after they had an argument at the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport in 2009. Amber was charged with misdemeanor assault in the 4th degree. To make matters more interesting, the police received a request to delete the arrest information on the incident involving Amber Heard and Tasia Van Ree. Because that was allowed, the arrest information was deleted in November of 2011, but not from everywhere. Amber Heard's mugshot was taken, she was arrested, and she spent a night in jail. But she didn't end up being charged because both Amber and Tasia were not residents of Washington. TMZ posted audio that was reportedly recorded during Amber Heard's hearing, and it shows the judge saying to Amber Van Ree, her legal name at the time, that even though prosecutors were not filing charges against her, they could in the future. Johnny's declaration against her said, I quote, "Miss Heard lied about the domestic violence incident under oath, saying it was a trumped-up charge and it was dropped immediately for being such." Both Heard and Van Ree tried to push the narrative to the media that the officers involved in the arrest were homophobic and misogynist. Wouldn't you say though that it's pretty difficult to be a homophobic misogynist when you're a lesbian activist? I mean, I guess it's possible. Beverly Leonard, arresting officer in the case, is a lesbian activist. She said in a statement on Facebook, "I am so not homophobic or misogynistic. The arrest was made because an assault occurred. I witnessed it, and the parties were in a domestic relationship." Tasya defended Amber Heard 4 years later after they broke up and spoke about the incident to E! News. She said, "In 2009, Amber was wrongfully accused for an incident that was misinterpreted and over-sensationalized by two individuals in a powerful position. I recount hints of misogynistic attitudes toward us, which later appeared to be homophobic when they found out we were domestic partners and not just friends. Charges were quickly dropped and she was released moments later." Well, obviously that didn't happen because she spent a night in jail. Tasya added, "It is disheartening that Amber's integrity and story are being questioned yet again. Amber is brilliant, honest, and a beautiful woman, and I have the utmost respect for her. We shared 5 wonderful years together and remain close to this day." There were quite a few of Amber's friends who came to her defense during her split from Johnny Depp, but there's also one friend who ended up taking Johnny's side. Laura Devanere, who was Amber Heard's interior decorator and was in frequent contact with her, said she never saw any injuries on Amber Heard. She said to Fox News, "I was with Amber and interacted with her frequently on the several days immediately following her abuse allegation. On those days I worked with Amber, retrieved packages for her, rode elevators with her, and saw her up close and in person. On none of those days immediately following the abuse claims did I observe any signs of physical abuse or injury, including redness, swelling, cuts, bruising, or damage of any kind. I never saw Amber injured in any way, although I am now aware she has had many different abuse claims." This could back up Johnny Depp's legal counsel's claims that Amber Heard painted on bruises to get a temporary restraining order from Johnny Depp. Devanere added that she never heard about any domestic violence allegations from either Amber or Johnny, and actually Amber was abusive to her staff. She said she personally witnessed Amber being verbally abusive toward Amber's former assistant Kate, screaming at her on the phone. Kate called her crying and very upset about the way Amber had treated her. So far, close to 400,000 people have signed a petition to urge Warner Brothers to remove Amber Heard from the cast of Aquaman 2. There are also calls to remove her as the spokesperson for L'Oreal. But it's actually unlikely that Amber Heard will lose either of those opportunities, and I'm going to tell you why, and you're probably going to get mad right now on IO. What is gravy? You're watching InformOverload. We do the news, we spill the tea, we upload viral content at least 3 times a day, every single day of the week. Yes, we are tired. I'm Charlotte O'Reilly. Subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell so you're the first to find out what's trending. According to Screen Geek, who spoke with a source, Amber Heard's role as Mera in Aquaman 2 probably won't be impacted by the recent allegations against her or the leaked audio that went viral. If you want more information on that, I'm going to leave a link at the top of the screen. So here's the part that's going to make you mad. This is a quote from an insider source. "Warner Brothers doesn't care about the allegations made about Amber Heard, nor do they have interest in social media. As such, there is nothing going on with her role on Aquaman 2, and they wouldn't consider firing her. The petitions to get her dropped from L'Oreal are also highly unlikely to go anywhere with the company. L'Oreal runs Amber Heard's social media pages and are very fond of her." Also, another update for you, Amber Heard's Instagram account has disabled comments. That is likely the person running the account, L'Oreal, as this person says. As you can imagine, if you looked at Amber Heard's comment section, it was filled with angry comments. Tens of thousands of them. She was previously deleting comments that had to do with the allegations, and now it seems someone, Amber Heard or whoever is running her socials, thinks it's easier to just disable comments altogether. Before January 2019, Amber Heard's Instagram account would reply to comments from fans. Since the audio leaked, there are no replies. Amber Heard's social media accounts remain active even though the comments on her Instagram page are disabled. There might be a reason why Amber Heard is staying quiet. It could jeopardize the case. The source added, "In fact, there are much more to these allegations than what's being revealed so far. This is why Amber Heard hasn't settled with Johnny Depp. While the audio recordings with Amber Heard don't look good, Amber still has incredibly damaging evidence against Johnny Depp. With that said, Amber Heard and her legal team have chosen to do everything involving their case in court rather than relying on social media." The source is referring to Johnny Depp's $50 million defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard that is going to court this August. Amber Heard and her legal team likely think that they have a fighting chance at winning the lawsuit, which is why they haven't settled out of court yet and the case is going to trial. Amber Heard's legal team has chosen to stay quiet for the most part and wait to present their evidence against Johnny Depp to the court rather than post it to social media. Here's how I know this source could be correct. I don't think Warner Brothers is going to fire her. Warner Brothers hasn't released any sort of statement about the allegations at all. Like nothing. They are quiet. Ever notice that whenever a brand messes up, they're quick to post a statement to social media and to the press where they apologize and say they're going to investigate? Warner Brothers hasn't done that. Neither has L'Oreal, despite the hundreds of thousands of people that have signed petitions to remove Amber Heard. Both companies are quiet and have not made statements publicly. They're basically ignoring all of these allegations and waiting for it to go away, or they're waiting to hear what happens in court before they make any decisions. Amber Heard claimed in her court declaration, countering the $50 million lawsuit against her, that divorcing Johnny Depp ruined her career, despite landing the role of a lifetime in Aquaman and signing a very lucrative deal with L'Oreal. What is gravy? You're watching InformOverload. We do the news, we spill the tea, we drink the coffee, and have anxiety attacks. But hey, you get your news, so it's worth it. I'm Charlotte Dobre, resident tea spiller, shit talker, potato queen extraordinaire. Subscribe so we get to hang out every day. Follow us on social media. Please. Please. Alright, I'm coming at you with an update on one of the biggest trending stories on this channel. It's come to light that Amber Heard stated in her court declaration that her career was affected quite badly after the divorce. And she also claims to have received death threats that forced her to keep changing her contact details. The declaration states, "Following my highly publicized separation from Johnny, I read accounts in the media referring to me as a victim of domestic violence. In response, many people have called me a liar without ever hearing my story. I was dropped from a global fashion brand's upcoming campaign. I lost a part of a movie which I had already been cast. People I have never met or spoken to threatened me with violence. I received so many death threats I had to change my phone number on a near weekly basis." She declared this in her motion to dismiss Johnny Depp's lawsuit filed in Fairfax County, Virginia Circuit Court. So obviously this might just be like court talk. It's kind of like an effort to get the court and the judge onto her side. I'm not denying that going through a high profile divorce wasn't hard. It probably was very difficult. Going through a regular divorce is hard. I have friends that are going through divorces, and let me tell you, they are miserable. It is reasonable to say that the divorce caused her emotional stress, but I don't think personally that it's correct to say that it ruined her career. In fact, it literally made her career skyrocket. Her relationship with Johnny Depp and her very highly publicized divorce put her on the map. And I will tell you how right now. Prior to being with Johnny, she started her career in 2003 when she appeared in two music videos, Kenny Chesney's There Goes My Life and Isley's I Wasn't Prepared. She then appeared in several movies and TV shows, but her career really took a turn for the better in 2015, which was the same year that she and Johnny Depp met. She had no less than 4 huge roles in mainstream movies that year. She played the lead in The Danish Girl, The Adderall Diaries, the TV film One More Time, and she also played the lead in Magic Mike XXL, which was extremely successful at the box office. But her career really skyrocketed in 2017, which was the same year that her divorce from Johnny Depp was finalized. This was the year that she joined the DC Extended Universe. She was cast as Mera in Aquaman alongside industry heavyweights like Nicole Kidman, William Dafoe, and Jason Momoa. Also in 2017, she became the new global spokesperson for L'Oreal, an extremely lucrative deal that is making her millions. Amber was also in Justice League in 2018, and she's officially starring in the sequel of Aquaman. These roles are huge paydays, and getting cast in a superhero film pretty much solidifies your entire career for years to come. Anyways, I just thought I would end this one by saying that the Aquaman 2 release date has been confirmed, it is under production, and Amber Heard is still playing Mera. Every main actor from the film will likely make a comeback in Aquaman 2. The film is set to release on December 16th, 2022. Amber Heard's ex-assistant Kay James has spoken out in a legal deposition gearing up to Johnny Depp's $50 million defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard. The short version is she had a lot of bad things to say about Amber and a lot of nice things to say about Johnny. I'm gonna tell you all the tea in this deposition right now on IO. What is gravy? You're watching InformOverload. I'm Charlotte Dobre. On this channel we tell you about the most interesting trending news updates we come across, so subscribe and turn on the bell so you're the first to know what's trending, and follow the IO team on social media so we can connect outside of YouTube. With the defamation lawsuit only a few short months away, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's legal teams have been gathering statements and testimony from the people who knew both parties well during their marriage. One of the people who's gone on the record to expose Amber Heard was her former assistant. Kate James was Amber Heard's personal assistant between 2012 and 2015. She spent a lot of time with Amber during that time period, oftentimes 7 days a week in intimate settings. Kay James eventually quit because Amber reportedly bullied her so severely that she was emaciated with stress and, quote, permanently mentally scarred. The court heard that Amber Heard verbally and mentally abused her after she went on alcohol and drug binges, and she describes her time working with her as a nightmare from which she has not recovered. She also said in the deposition that Johnny Depp was calm, thoughtful, and he offered to entertain her son by playing the guitar. She didn't come across him him often because Amber Heard wouldn't let people get close to him. But when Kate was around Johnny, he was shy and calm. He also reportedly never used violence. Kate's first impression of Johnny Depp was as follows. Amber was already dating Johnny when I started working for her. At first, Amber didn't tell me who Johnny was and would speak about him in disparaging terms. She would say that she was dating this old man and such like. She then disclosed that it was Johnny Depp, and I met him shortly after that. My first impression of him was how softly spoken and peaceful he was, almost a bit shy. He was very pleasant and courteous upon meeting me. During the several-year period she worked for Amber, Kate says she never saw evidence that Amber was being abused. Instead, she saw evidence of Amber's abusive behavior toward others, mainly herself. She wrote in the deposition, Amber was regularly verbally and mentally abusive and would often scream at her over the smallest things. She would fly into blind rages where no one could reason with her. Even if I was trying to offer her an explanation, I didn't think that she could hear me as she was so angry. Speaking about Amber's drug binges, her drugs of choice were reportedly mushrooms and MDMA, and while she was intoxicated, Amber would send angry messages to Kate James. When she woke up in the morning, Kate saw what she saw was a barrage of incoherent abuse sent to her by Amber between the hours of 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. Amber would delete all the evidence of the text from the iCloud account. Then by 2015, Kate had had enough of the abuse, and 2015 was the same year that Amber and Johnny Depp got married. A spokesperson for Amber Heard has responded to Kate James's deposition and said, I quote, "This is a statement from a disgruntled former employee who was fired for poor performance and clearly has an agenda and an axe to grind. These ridiculous allegations have no basis in fact and no relevance to these proceedings." Old photos of Elon Musk walking around with Amber Heard sporting a black eye are raising questions. Particularly questions like, did Amber Heard treat Elon Musk the same way she treated Johnny Depp? I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know right now on IO. That rhymed. What is gravy? You're watching InformOverload, your one-stop shop for tea-spilling news updates and top 10s. I'm Charlotte Delray, resident talker and potato queen. Hi, nice to meet you. Leave a like, subscribe, blah blah blah. Okay, so some of you might be aware that Elon Musk and Amber Heard dated back in 2016 after she filed a restraining order against Johnny Depp. But after a year together, they supposedly broke up because of their busy schedules. When Elon Musk commented on Amber's Instagram post, he said that they're still friends and that they remain close and love one another, adding, "Who knows what the future holds." Then in a 2017 interview with Rolling Stone, it seemed like Elon wasn't over her yet. He said, "I just broke up with my girlfriend. I was really in love and it hurt bad. If I'm not in love, if I'm not with a long-term companion, I cannot be happy. Going to sleep alone kills me. It's not like I don't know what that feels like. Being in a big empty house and the footsteps echoing through the hallway, no one there, and no one on the pillow next to you. How do you make yourself happy in a situation like that?" I'm really single and I'm doing okay. But I guess some people need to be in relationships. That's like a really bleak way of looking at it. Oh my god. I personally hate hearing footsteps, they wake me up. A couple of days after this interview, Elon Musk and Amber Heard were photographed kissing in Los Angeles. So as a result of everything that's happening with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, social media users are looking into the past of Amber Heard, her past relationships specifically. And well, basically there's like an internet theory that Amber Heard was violent toward Elon Musk, and people claim to have proof. The theory circulates around photos of Elon Musk and Amber Heard that were taken by paparazzi. The photos show Elon Musk with a very visible black eye, a cut, and the expression on his face is like, yeah. Here are some tweets. "I'm not saying Amber Heard was violent toward Elon Musk, but that's exactly what I'm saying." Next, "Coincidence? That's interesting. Elon Musk appears to have a black eye in these Amber Heard pictures." Next, swelling on Elon Musk's face and very red. Oh, and look who's next to him, Amber Heard. Ah yes, I see what you're saying. These photos of them were actually taken after they had broken up. They were walking around together as a cover so that they wouldn't have to break the news to the media that they were no longer together. According to a source who spoke about the breakup at the time, I quote, "He ended it a week ago. He'd heard certain things about her behavior that didn't sit well with him. Amber can be very manipulative and selfish. Elon's back in Los Angeles while she's licking her wounds in Australia." Internet users believe that the photos of them together were taken after Musk had broken up with her, and she became violent toward him in a fit of rage over the breakup. But is that really the case? Where did Elon get that black eye and cut? He never said anything about it, and he still loved Amber Heard. Elon and Amber were close to getting back together a couple of times after this, but their relationship fully ended in February of 2018. As you know, Amber is now with Bianca Butti and Elon is with Grimes, and they are expecting a child. No one knows where Elon Musk's black eye came from, and he's never said anything publicly about what went on in his relationship with Amber Heard. Is it possible that he wasn't over her because she was manipulative? Or is it possible that she didn't repeat similar behavior with him and she was a different person around him? Penelope Cruz has spoken out in support of her friend and former co-star Johnny Depp in her declaration as a part of Johnny Depp's $50 million defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard. She's the latest to join the long list of celebrities and friends that have defended him in a court of law, including Winona Ryder. Welcome back to InformOverload. We tell you about the most interesting news stories we find on the internet. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Subscribe for a different take on the news, top 10 lists that cure your boredom, and cringy jokes that you will probably feel like you could have written better yourself. You should also follow us on social media if you don't already. All our links are posted in the description. So if you've been following this story, you know that Johnny Depp filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard for essentially destroying his career when she accused him of domestic abuse. Johnny Depp's legal team's defense is that Amber Heard's allegations are completely false and that they were fabricated claims intended to ruin Johnny's career. The claims arguably did cost Johnny his career and countless dollars lost. A-list actors who have known Johnny for the better part of his life are coming forward to help his defense. Both Penelope Cruz and Winona Ryder, dear friends and former co-stars of Johnny Depp, have submitted declarations to the court in defense of Johnny Depp. Ryder, who was once engaged to Johnny and spent 4 years in a romantic relationship with him, said in her declaration, I quote, "I'm aware of the violent accusations that have been made publicly for the last few years by Johnny Depp's ex-wife Amber Heard. I do not want to call anyone a liar, but from my experience of Johnny, it is impossible to believe that such horrific allegations are true. I find it extremely upsetting knowing him as I do. So, I'm not calling you a liar, but you a liar." Penelope Cruz, who starred alongside Johnny Depp in the film Blow, wrote in this declaration about him. "I met Johnny when I was 19 years old. He was in Madrid and Pedro Almodovar introduced him to me. The only sentences I knew how to say in English at the time were 'How are you?' and 'I want to work with Johnny Depp.' Many years have passed and I have not only made 3 movies with him, but I also count on him as a great friend. I've always been impressed by his kindness, his brilliant mind, his talent, and his peculiar sense of humor." She continued, "I've seen Johnny in so many situations and he is always kind to everyone around. He is one of the most generous people I know. During 6 months of pregnancy, I spent every single day with him while we shot Pirates of the Caribbean. My husband and I will never forget the sweetness, protection, and kindness he treated me with during every single step of that process." The last friend of Johnny who submitted a declaration to the court in his defense is his ex-wife Vanessa Paradis, whom he was with between 1999 to 2012. Her declaration stated, "I work as a musician, singer-songwriter, actress, and fashion model. I have known Johnny Depp for more than 25 years. We've been partners for 14 and we raised our 2 children together. Through all these years, I've known Johnny to be kind, attentive, generous, and a non-violent person and father." She directly called out Amber Heard's claims about Johnny later in the declaration, adding, "I am aware of the allegations which Amber Heard has publicly accused Johnny of for more than 4 years now. This is nothing like the true Johnny I have known, and from my personal experience of many years, I can say that he was never violent or abusive to me." Paradis goes on to state in her declaration, "I have seen that these outrageous statements have been really distressing and also caused damage to his career because unfortunately, people have gone on believing these false facts." Well guys, there you have it. It's probably likely that all 3 of these declarations will help Johnny with his defamation lawsuit. According to surveillance footage obtained by the Daily Mail, Amber Heard and Elon Musk had an intimate moment together. But the intimate moment was in Johnny Depp's elevator, and it was believed to have happened while Johnny and Amber were still together. The surveillance footage is from the private elevator for Johnny Depp's penthouse in LA. We know that Amber Heard and Elon Musk dated after she and Johnny Depp split. But now Johnny is accusing her of having an affair with Elon Musk while they were still married. Welcome back to InformOverload. We tell you about trending topics and we do it with sass. And sometimes class, but mostly sass. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Subscribe if you're sick of the same old news cycle, and follow us on social media so we can connect outside of YouTube. It seems like Elon Musk is getting dragged into the storm of a legal battle between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Johnny Depp has accused Elon Musk of having an affair with Amber 1 month into his marriage in 2015. Which is like, oh no, I love Elon Musk. Why? I really hope this isn't true. But this update is important to tell you guys about. My love for Elon Musk knows no bounds, but doesn't mean that I won't report on his. The lawsuit states, Only one calendar month after Mr. Depp and Miss Heard were married, while Mr. Depp was out of the country filming in March 2015, Eastern Columbia building personnel testified that Mrs. Heard received Musk late at night at Mr. Depp's penthouse. Specifically, Miss Heard asked staff at the Eastern Columbia building to give her friend Elon access to the building's parking garage and the penthouse elevator late at night. Building staff would then see Miss Heard's friend Elon leaving the building the next morning. Maybe they just had a sleepover? This specific time allegedly happened shortly after Johnny Depp requested that they enter a post-nuptial agreement, and then Amber threw a vodka bottle at him. Pictures caught on CCTV obtained by the Daily Mail show Amber Heard and Elon Musk in Johnny Depp's elevator of his downtown LA penthouse. In the photos, Amber is wearing a towel over what appears to be a swimsuit. There are also images that show her and Elon Musk cuddling. Amber reciprocates the affection by placing her hands on Elon's waist. Johnny Depp has subpoenaed Elon Musk for his text messages, emails, letters, and any communications he exchanged with Amber Heard during their marriage. And he also specifically wants anything that mentions DV. If the DV really took place, then she probably would have told him about it, right? He also wants to know what she told Elon Musk about the big fight on May 21st, 2016 that resulted in Amber Heard getting a restraining order against Johnny Depp. She alleges that Johnny beat her and threw a phone at her during that specific fight. Unfortunately, there were no dates on this footage that would help the case, but the building security guards have gone on record to say that Elon Musk visited Amber Heard several times before and after she filed for divorce from Johnny Depp in May 2016. A month after they divorced, Johnny moved out of the building. Amber kept living there until December 2016. Elon Musk has always denied that anything shady went on between him and Amber. His spokesperson said in 2016, Elon and Amber didn't start seeing each other until May 2016, and even then it was infrequent. Their relationship didn't become romantic until sometime later. Do I think that this surveillance footage unequivocally proves that Elon Musk and Amber Heard had an affair? No, it doesn't prove it. If they were kissing in the footage, maybe. If they were getting busy in the private elevator, for sure. That's proof that they were having an affair. But Amber has been seen getting cozy with people other than Elon Musk, even in that same elevator. She was caught on tape cuddling with James Franco, also in the elevator. Is that also proof of cheating? Well, put it this way. You know those pretty girls that are also like low-key kind of psycho, and they play really coy and like the victim and they just want to be held. But you're just friends, right? Yeah, those are the kind of girls that you don't want around your boyfriend. To me, that's what this footage shows me. It doesn't necessarily show her cheating, but it does show her playing the victim and getting cozy, which is a manipulation tactic. Do you think this footage proves that Amber Heard and Elon Musk had an affair? Let me know in those comments. Private Eye Paul Baresi says that he was hired by Amber Heard and her legal team in the summer of 2019 to dig up dirt on Johnny Depp. I am going to tell you what he found here for you on IO. What is gravy, y'all? Happy Monday. I'm Charlotte Jobre. Thanks so much for checking out another one of our videos. If you're new here, what's up? This is InformOverload. We do the news, we spill the tea, we keep things fresh and entertaining. So if that sounds like your jam, subscribe and follow us on social media. Private Eye Paul Baresi has worked with people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and Eddie Murphy. According to the Daily Mail, he was hired last summer by Amber Heard's legal team to, quote, look into his follies and vices dating back to the 1990s, when Johnny co-owned Viper Room. It would have definitely helped Amber Heard's case to find past instances of DV that Johnny was accused of. After all, Amber Heard does have a history of DV. Johnny Depp doesn't. But it seems that this little ploy to dig up dirt on Johnny Depp didn't really go as planned. According to Baresi, he couldn't find anyone who had a single bad thing to say about Johnny Depp. He interviewed over 100 people in both the US and in Europe, and people who had worked with Johnny Depp over the last 30 years on films. Here is what Baresi told the Daily Mail. Amber Heard's lawyers contacted me and said, you're the right man for the job. That's how they brought me in. She was emotionally spent and battered and tormented. It was a volatile relationship. I went to the US, France, Italy, Britain, everywhere that Johnny Depp roamed, everywhere that he walked. I couldn't find one instance, or at least an admitted one, where he was physically abusive to a woman, smacked or beaten around. He's like an angel, not one who said a deprecating thing. He added, I interviewed dozens of people who knew him going as far back as 3 decades ago, and nobody had one bad thing to say about him. In fact, they couldn't say enough about his ever-flowing and outpouring generosity and tender heart. Well, that's awkward, isn't it? Hire Private Eye to dig up dirt? Confirms he is an angel. In response to Paul Baresi's statements, Amber Heard's legal team had this to say. Mr. Baresi hasn't been involved with Ms. Heard's legal team since he was let go last year, and his account is entirely inconsistent with the testimony of multiple witnesses. But here is what Baresi did say that could be detrimental to Johnny's case. Although Johnny Depp has a pristine reputation, the people around him, his entourage, don't. According to Baresi, who interviewed Johnny's tattoo artist Jonathan Shaw, Shaw told Baresi that, quote, "The only thing I would be willing to help that gold-digging do is help load the she wanted to use to her brains out." Even Johnny Depp's lawyer, Adam Waldman, was described as being a bulldog. Baresi argues that Amber was feeling frustrated and emotionally abused because of all the verbal abuse that she was getting. He argues that verbal abuse is just as bad as physical abuse, and it does equal harm. I mean, it's definitely not easy to be on the receiving end of verbal and psychological abuse, that's definitely true. The only unresolved problem that Baresi found having to do with Johnny Depp has to do with the guy that was his former business partner at Viper Room. Anthony Fox was Johnny's former business partner, but Anthony accused Johnny Depp of defrauding him of the profits of Viper Room. When Anthony Fox was supposed to testify, he disappeared on December 19, 2001 in Ventura County. He hasn't been seen or heard from since, and the investigation is still ongoing. In 2004, Johnny turned over his share of Viper Room and settled with Anthony Fox's daughter, Amanda Fox. Anthony Fox is still on the endangered missing persons list as of right now. The case against Amber Heard has just taken a turn. Another turn. And there's lots of little turns in this one. She would not only owe Johnny Depp $50 million, if Johnny Depp's legal defense team can prove that she falsified evidence against him, she could face up to 3 years in prison. One of the main arguments in Johnny Depp's case against Amber Heard is that all of these accusations are part of an elaborate hoax. A poorly executed but elaborate hoax. Let's get right down to the facts, but first, the intro. What is good? I'm Charlotte Dobre. You are watching InformOverload, currently keeping you up to date on one of the biggest viral trending news stories that the mainstream media isn't covering. That's alright, more news for me. Subscribe for all the recent updates, and I've also created a playlist for you with all of our videos on this, so if you want to watch that, I will leave it clickable at the end of this video. Alright, let's get into the tea, shall we? So, Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for defamation, and he could get $50 million if he wins. It seems there's new evidence that could prove that Amber Heard faked her injuries. Injuries that she said that Johnny Depp gave her. The injuries were supposed proof that allowed her to get a temporary restraining order against Johnny Depp. The problem is, if Amber was found to have been lying about these industries, it comes with not only a $50 million defamation lawsuit, but 3 years in prison for falsifying evidence. Oh sh**. California Penal Code Section 141 PC establishes that it is illegal to alter, modify, plant, place, conceal, manufacture, or move any physical matter with the intention of causing someone to be charged with a crime. Other laws that would apply to this include offering false evidence under California Penal Code 132 PC and preparing false evidence under California Penal Code Section 134 PC. The latter two laws are felony charges, but the initial law is normally a misdemeanor that could be charged as a felony charge. Johnny Depp claims Amber Heard faked her injuries by painting on bruises using makeup, and she used photos of these painted on bruises, allegedly, to get her temporary restraining order against Johnny Depp. It turns out that James Franco was filmed on CCTV hanging out with Amber Heard in the days before and after she got the temporary restraining order. Surely James Franco would know if the bruises that Amber Heard had were there before and after she got the restraining order. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like bruises don't go away that quickly. They would be there before and after. If they're real, of course. Amber Heard also said that she had 2 black eyes before she appeared on The Late Show in 2015 with James Corden. Yet another witness, Amber Heard's stylist, Samantha McMillan, said that, quote, "Throughout the day of December 16, 2015, I could see clearly that Amber did not have any visible marks, bruises, cuts, or injuries to her face or any other part of her body." Surely someone like a makeup artist or a stylist who would see Amber before the show and have to get her ready for the show would see bruises if they were real. I wonder if Warner Brothers would be willing to film Amber Heard's scene in Aquaman 2 from prison.